So as we've told you here on Can Media, along with the Go Expo, there's also a heavy oil conference going on. Talking to us right now is the chairperson of the Heavy Oil Conference, and you're also with the Society of Petroleum Engineers, Kamran Joshari. Thank you for being with us here on Can Media.
Thank you.
Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about your conference and what's going on here.
This is the three-day conference we have annual basis in Calgary. We have international visitors and delegates coming across the globe, mainly focus on the new technology, the challenges we have, and improvement of the production, at the same time maintaining the environmentally sustainable projects in Alberta mainly, and also in other part of the world in the heavy oil fields. Given the fact that vast majority of the resources are in heavy oil fields in China, in Venezuela, and also in Middle East, the North Sea, we have also in Canada. So these people, roughly around 1,100 of them, attending to share and exchange the new technology and the way to do the better business.
When it comes to heavy oil, is Alberta a leader in getting it out of the ground, or can we learn something from the other countries?
I would say yes. Many of the technology we are talking here is basically started mainly in North America, California, and also in this province in Alberta, although many of them executed and basically monetized in other parts of the world, like in Saskatchewan. We have many projects coming. But given the fact that the research started a long time ago, probably in 2030, now we see the exploration of and exploitation of those technology, mainly in Canada, of course, across the globe, as we learn and we share the new technologies. Yeah.
You're hearing a lot from environmentalists now, and of course, oil, sands oil is being criticized quite a bit. I guess what could you say to environmentalists to make them think that you're trying to do the best you can and consider the environment when you go to your job as well?
This is my own personal opinion. I would say that there's a misconception of taking the risk at the right level. There's a risk in any operations, any activities, no matter it is the oil and gas or any other business or any other industries. The question is how we can mitigate, how we can quantify them, and then accordingly deal with it. There are many risks in different part of the operations we have, but if you see the history of the changes, even within the last 10 years, many of these technologies delivered in a base of the reviewing and assessment of the risk, environmentally and also in terms of the production as well. So the productivity and the efficiency of the projects very much improved and advanced, and it is still is ongoing. And this conference is for that purpose too. So there are lots of things going on within the research and the E&P companies to make sure that the processes are safe. And also it is beneficial for the society in terms of generating the job and the opportunities to live in the same society.
Do you think that sometimes too much emphasis is placed on past practices and not enough perhaps on where the industry is going?
Part of that is yes, and part of that is, I would say, the communication between both sides. I would say more communications and understanding and dialogue between both sides of the tables, definitely supporting and answering some of the questions, and sometimes is out of the context understanding. The new technology, extracting the heavy oil, advanced many times when they started a few years ago, and it still is progressing. So it's a matter of the supporting and also understanding the risk and mitigating it. And we have lots of mitigation plans. Every project we do, from the surface, environmentally, and also the subsurface of the project.
The thing is, when something goes wrong, it gets all the headlines, and that seems to be what people focus on, isn't it?
I would say yes, emphasize as such for the success of the project, not much discussed. And the good thing that CAP which is the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers, recently done a great job to just inform the public domain that how environmentally and safely we do the business, and we make sure that we are living in the same society and respecting the environment as we live in it. So it is not something out of the ordinary for the professionals to make sure that we have a mitigation plan. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We've been chatting with Kamran Joshari, the chairperson with the SP Heavy Oil Conference.